On my peoples. So all right. So now we've arrived on day 3. So welcome to day 3 of this boot camp. This Launch Pro narrative is to make sure that you don't slide back and get stuck where you were back in 2024 or 2023. This is a new day and a new you. But the first thing that I wanted to ask you is, how exactly did it go when you were doing your people, the 5 people that you had to go find, get that avatar, and then allow them to be the Etch-a-Sketch of your next people that you cycle. The next people that you cycle are going to be your ideal individuals, because you got to pick them straight from the cherry tree. And when you can do it that way, that's what's going to be the difference between you now going into this new year and going into this year with nothing but promise. So as we went back from day 1, it was all about identity. Don't try to pop out here and not have clarity of who you are, or try to be someone else that you're not. What your focus has to be is to be consistently stand on your ground and know who you are. Who are you when people see you? The second thing was to make sure that you had to be clear about what is it that you do for the people. What is that problem that you have so committedly solved? What is the problem? And then, like I said, it's being clear about your message. What are you doing here in your purpose? And making sure that no matter what happens, that each and every one of you, because number 3 is like, it's nothing but your promise, your brand promises. That's all it is. You're thinking about having growth and doing this business, but without brand promise, people don't understand why exactly they're following. And so we want to make sure that we go into day 3 of this camp, that there will be no confusion, that you understand that day 1 you was to focus on getting that profile, making sure that it's clear of the people, so that when people look for you, they know exactly what you're doing. So you had to make sure that you did your profile audit, and that audit was to give clarity. And then yesterday, it's getting 5 people to duplicate you. And let me tell you something. You don't have to worry about doing conversations and content. That's not the thing here. What the purpose of this is to get you to a place where you're speaking in your own voice and not thinking of it as a chore, but remembering that this is an opportunity. There's someone outside who's having to work outside physically. Even athletes who have to run every single day in the weather, no matter what. If they're competing, they have to go run to stay in shape. They have to get their cardiovascular, and you got to hit the road. And there are people working for the cities. Those individuals, they have to go out here and climate. It could be 110 degrees or it can be 10 below zero, but that's what they have to do. If turning on the camera and allowing people to understand who you are is a problem, then think about the people who have to actually go and do real treacherous work. It's nothing but a privilege. It's an honor. It's an opportunity to be a vocal leader. So when you're going into day 3, what I want you to remember is that this isn't something that's a punishment. We're giving you kind of like the light shining on the better side of you, the version of you that nobody really knows yet, and that you'll get to introduce and get to launch your brand. And personal brand is not just a phrase. When you're trying to become someone in the industry, whether you are in the world of sport, if you are someone who's an influencer on whatever level, whatever you're doing, you need to add influential personality to it, because that's what you're going to allow to stick out to help carry what you do. So if you're starting a business, it's key that you have your personal chest, because you don't want to be identified, and you do not want to have that thing be the only calling card that people remember you for. You want to let people know and let people inside of you, you want people to really be clear that you're bigger than you dribbling a ball. You're bigger than you throwing a punch. You came here to use that thing as a tool. So if you act, if you rap, if you sing, if you dance, if you become president, it doesn't matter. That's just your tool to get your message out to the world, the purpose in which you are here. So today, we're going to show you on day 3 how to utilize a perfect optimized profile in your media, whether it's IG, Facebook, TikTok, doesn't matter. People need to know what you do. And then we're going to go directly into the 5 people that you want as your avatar, that you want to serve, because that's what's going to be good. If you are a boxer in the MMA world, if you are a coach, you want those people that support people like you. You want people like yourself. So that's why I said pick 5 people and go invite them into your world and allow them to duplicate you. Because if you don't like creating content, then that's the way that you can get out of it. And remember this, today is all about teaching you about the frame. You see, the frame is what allows people to go off kilter. See, the frame puts you back in that process, right? But what happens is you go into work and you operate off an impulse. Off of an impulse, it's treacherous. It's a beast when you try to captivate your journey, but at the same time, you're operating off impulse. So whatever happens to you that day, you allow that to trigger what you need to do next. But a frame, as you'll see right here on the board, the frame keeps you in the actual operation. So now, today is how do you optimize day 1 and day 2? All of those new bodies coming in, because you've gotten those 5 people and they've created content for you, you don't even have to do any. That's what we call the collaborative effort. They tag you, they collaborate with you, and you get the influx. So how do we take that to the next level? Optimizing, it's called mini chat. Many of you have seen me describe a situation. If you are having problems in the boxing ring and you cannot navigate the ring when guys are pressuring you that may be longer than you, then here's how we fix this. And I'm going to start reading to you out of this 52-week skills training guide. First, you want to do Muhammad Ali circles to take them off of their line. Keep them off balance. Then, whenever they throw a punch, you make sure that you understand how to move your head left to right and learn how to roll under. So it's a double slip and roll under. Get up under the punch, change the angle, and then counter. That'll be there every single time, 100% of the time, if you follow this book. For those of you who think this book could help you, type the word skills and begin your boxing journey today. That is what we call a call to action. That is the actual operation of the mini chat. The mini chat takes a demand once someone says the word skills, and that thing puts on its cape, and then it takes that word and replies to the person. and it then takes it and puts it into their inbox. It slides into their DMs and it offers them the opportunity to get that service and that product. And that's where not only does it comment, but it messages them. So what it's happening to your page, check this out. Not only is your page like, okay, we got a little interaction, but it gets crazy because when you understand how to create that dialogue that I just gave you an example of, it happens over and over and over and over and over again. And you can see sometimes I put comments out there. It's 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 comments, 4,000 comments, 5,000 comments, 6,000 comments. There are videos that have upwards of 10,000 comments. Now you're talking about giving people something that's valuable. All you have to think about is what is that thing that you're giving to them that's valuable. All right? When you got ManyChat operating for you, and just say, for instance, you got a product that's $5 and you get 3,000 people. That's a lot of money. All right? That's 15K. You do the math. If you got a product that's $100 and you get 100 people opting in, guess what? You are crushing it. All right? We're talking a lot of dinero, 10K, easy money. It's all about understanding what are people doing that truly understand the framework of a social media. That is what we call sales optimization. You're optimizing your sales and you don't have to do anything. It drops a comment for you. It answers them in the DM by giving them the link to go get the thing. They go get the thing. You couldn't possibly imagine what it feels like to not do anything for a service and for a sale. It's a great feeling. Now, that's what this day 3 is, because the launch boot camp this launch pro is real. It doesn't matter what you're launching. You could be selling your book. You can be selling your coaching. You could be selling anything that you do. For us, we want to give you the skills guide so you'll have your first book. You can optimize it and make it yours. And that could be something that you're doing to actually make sales. And this is the beauty of this 1, 2, 3 punch on this boot camp. And if you're an athlete and your focus is truly to get out here and get a bigger page, these all work cohesively. All right, your day 1, optimizing your page. Maybe you're a pro athlete. Maybe you are a coach in a training field. All of these fall up under this game, okay? The teachers, the skilled people who teach the athletes, the coaches, that could be literally the coaches of people, like life coaching. That's all in our industry as well. You got guys like Virgil Hunter. You have now the Teddy Atlases and the Andre Wards and all of these keynote individuals, Coach Eric A. Bradley, who lead mentorship programs, coaching programs. So that's all of that falls up under here. That's why this is called Launch Pro. It's a boot camp to make it very clear to you what is available to you. So now you have that. Your biggest thing now is to understand the framework. You don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to do the content creation thing because you have someone doing that collaborative thing, right? So the beautiful thing about all of this is we talked about this because that thing you're doing right now, it's great. But where you're lacking is no one knows about it. This morning I turned my phone on and I noticed that we had 1 million views over on YouTube. And I don't take that lightly, because it's been a hard journey to try to focus on that platform as well as, but I met a lot of good people and a lot of real dedicated people who really want to do it are searching for you. And people who really want to move off of the place that they are in this moment, they are searching, they're typing things in because they want solutions. And so what I'm going to challenge you to do now is to look yourself in the mirror and just remember when there was no real answer and you really did not have anything to turn to. But now you remember what I'm about to say. Remember what I'm about to say. When there was no answer, you didn't understand that you already had the solution. You just stopped moving in a straight line, because all of this entails is consistency with your movement with the framework. A lot of people have the sauce. They have the magic. They are annuities. They are unicorns. They are unique, and that might be you. What you have to also have is a framework in a process, and that's what you gotta put directly around you. And guess what? When you put the frame around you, that's where it starts to happen. Now, everything that you need to do that's on this board, those are your daily operations. So now you're not just some person in the training field or coaching arena or athlete. You have a higher calling because you have consistent traction coming. You are working with, here are the 4 parts of your frame, including the fact that people really can find you now because you understood who you were. Day 1, you discovered, who am I? And that is the first thing you have to tackle. You can't want all of these things, but you don't know who you are. That's effing crazy. That's where a lot of people who won't make it, they get stuck in that quicksand. The second day, it's really clear, because there's a reason why you had to do this boot camp, because the movement ain't there. So how do you get movement? You get 5 people or more and exchange what your skill set is to give them an opportunity to barter, to see what that experience can do for them. And not only are you getting that barter, you're getting a testimony, and the people they know now know you, because when they give you the 5 pieces of content that you record, guess what? That's what you're using. They're posting and just tagging you. And the only thing that's happening to your page is it's growing like this. See, since Christmas Day, I've gained 10,000 followers just on Instagram, 3.2 thousand just on YouTube. And Facebook I got 770 some thousand people. So that grows fast, but faster than even both of those other ones. So that's why that happens, because I'm operating in a frame. I don't get up and not do the story. So when you are doing that, if you want more people, you want referrals, all right, well, this is what you do. It's simple math. You want to get bigger than you are today? Yes or no? Do like this. Shake your head, yes, or you don't care. You want to stay where you are today. You're totally satisfied being where you are yesterday and the day before. You go get the 5 people or more, and say, hey, I know how to teach so much good footwork, or I know how to really make you lose that stomach that belly you got, I'm good at it. I mean, I got this nutrition plan and this exercise routine. I had a routine called 12 Peaks. It's a 10-minute workout. I was recording a new training series for people who have not been active. So I went, and it was supposed to be a 45-minute workout a day. I went to this place called the Labyrinth, and it's a big field, and I was recording right behind my studio that I owned. It was right behind there, and I wanted to do it outside. It was 100 degrees, it had to be. I'm outside doing, and all I'm doing are the exercise tutorials. So I'm only doing the demonstrations of the moves, like the lunges, the squats, the push-ups. So 10-second intervals of things, right? But compiled, it ended up being 7-8 minutes working out each day. But I had to get the set the cameras in different angles, and do all of that stuff myself. It's hot as shit. It's crazy out there. So day 1, day 2, it took me 4 days, 5 days. I was totally out of shape, the most out of shape I'd ever been in my life. I think I was 27 pounds overweight. Every single day, I went out there and I recorded more tutorials. I was like, yo. By the 3rd day, I had looked down at my body. Granted, collectively, the amount of footage I shot was only about 7 minutes. It just took me all day. When I got done, that 3rd day, my body, the muscles, the shred, the leniency was present. And I was like, I ain't been working out. I've been working out less than 10 minutes a day. That launched a program called 12 Peaks, 10-minute challenge. If you can work out and do this exercise program, you'll be shredded in no time. And that program's been alive for like 14 years, right? Mistake by chance. But me paying attention, right? That's the magic of being tens of thousands of views on all of those videos. And the reason why is because I had something that I can show you. So if I say, I'm not going to charge you, but what I do want you to do is I want to capture 5 video clips and I want you to post them on your social media. It'll be good clips. And then you tell me what you think about it when you start feeling your shred, and you don't have to work 2-hour workouts a day when you got an event coming up. You can take the 10-minute program, the 12 Peaks, right? There's an extended version for professional athletes that actually goes 45 minutes, but it's real. But this 10-minute one was no joke. If you're out there, people type the word challenge, they can get it, right? We give it to them. But that's all you got to do to get that collaboration. The next thing you want to do is, if you want to get a lot more people on your page and you want it to grow, then just do some really good content with those people and do reels. Because reels do that. Collaboration is number 1, and reels do the next thing. The reels is what just reaches out and blows a horn that you are crushing it. And that's what we have to keep in mind. Simplify everything, stop overthinking it, know what you're doing, and do it in a frame. This is the frame. If you got to get more sales because you want some money, you need more money because you're trying to do some things, you're trying to make some moves, you're trying to get a bigger place, you're trying to hire more people to help you on the side, you're trying to build. You want sales, you got to learn how to do your stories, because that's where you connect with people and they trust in you, because they have their backstory on you, your highs, your lows, your ins, your outs, your capabilities, but your realities. So that's where you put your links, and that's where you allow people to opt into what you got. That's number 1. So now you understand how to get more referrals, collaborate, how to get more followers, how many get more people, so you can really bring them into your life. And then you want sales, 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 sales. All we do is get people into our stories every day. It's a funnel, 6 straight days a week without fail, because sales are awesome for a company, right? And you meet a lot of good people, and you get to hear a lot of stories. You find out a lot of people are about to have their first events, and they're nervous and they want to have some advice. And then you have areas that they can go, and you got things that you can share with them. That's a powerful thing. So look at it as an opportunity. And the fourth thing, how we sum this all up, is now that you have all those other three, now you want to do the trifecta. The trifecta is new followers, email lists, sales, and crazy interaction on your page, stacking thousands and thousands of comments. That's ManyChat. You want all of that? That's your trifecta. I said trifecta, fifecta, because it's quadrofecta, because you're going to get all of those. You go to my Instagram, you see all of those comments on those feeds. And it's because of the ManyChat. And the ManyChat creates an email list for you, a big email list. The ManyChat gives you sales. The ManyChat grows your page. The ManyChat creates interaction. So Instagram says, holy crap. Facebook says, holy crap. We got to push this out. People love it because it's the people dropping that key word, skills. You get it? So these are the things that you got to remember. But think about this. Stop making it have to be a task and think about what you don't have to do when you start doing this. All these fighters don't have followers. You need this. You need the boot camp. That's all you need. Understand how to launch your career the right way and build a presence out here so that people know who you are and why they want to rock with you. You can't get it without it. Even guys like David Benavidez can't get the fight he wants because you got to build a big connection and clarity with the people that want to get into your world and connect, spend money with you, allow you to be their liaison. And so here we are at this point. And once you get this going in the ecosystem, you don't move off of it. This is all you do every day, right? You don't get impulsive and say, oh, something happened to trigger me. No, that's where everybody else is. The other 98.3% of the people, they don't know how to follow a process. And that's why they are where they are. And that's why you are where you are. See, this camp is nothing but your consistent movement forward. That's all this is. It's no magic trick. It's where you just need to be to keep moving forward. Because once you let go of the handlebars, you start doing this again. And that's what causes no success. And athletes, coaches, people in the world of training physically, all types, suffer from not having a person in place to help them operate. 3 people you need to have true success, guaranteed. 1, the creator, you. 2, the specialist, the person who's the skilled person, graphic designer, lawyer, web designer, it doesn't matter. Social media manager, they make it real. They make your idea come to fruition. And number 3 is a manager, a person to make sure that everything gets done. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us, people. If you want to really learn how not to stay in the same place, make sure that you email us and let us know where you're watching from and that you want to take part in the boot camp. This boot camp is real. We're elevating cats. So if you're elevating and you got the mind to elevate and you're trying to build, yeah, this is that. So thanks again. I'm out of here, Coach Bradley. This is Launch Pro Boot Camp.